Hi everyone, right now on KREM 2 News at noon, changes are coming to parking meters in downtown Spokane. We'll tell you why the city is swapping out some of its current meters.
And it's already warmer today than it was all day yesterday. We're still tracking a few scattered showers and a big time warm up by the upcoming weekend.
Talking about big time, it was a big weekend in downtown Spokane. Tens of thousands of people showed up to celebrate both Bloomsday and the 50th anniversary of Expo 74. Hi everyone, welcome to KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin with this breaking news in the Israel-Palestine conflict. The Hamas militant group says it has accepted a ceasefire proposal to halt the 7-month-long war with Israel. However, an Israeli official telling the Associated Press that the plan, quote, is not the framework that Israel proposed. The two sides met in Egypt over the weekend, and it did appear at some point that progress was being made, but no formal agreement was reached. Neither side has yet to share specific details about the ceasefire proposal that Hamas has agreed to. Previously, Hamas has said it wants an end to the war and the withdrawal of Israeli troops from Gaza in return for hostages. Now, this ceasefire news comes as an Israeli invasion of the southern Gaza city of Rafah appears imminent. Hours ago, the Israeli military ordering Palestinian civilians to evacuate parts of the city ahead of what they are calling an act of, quote, extreme force against Hamas. Nearly half the Palestinians in Gaza are sheltered in that city. The White House is urging Israel not to invade because of the potential for civilian casualties. And all these developments are coming on Holocaust Remembrance Day. In Israel, a single tone sounded to mark the day as the whole country just came to a stop. So take a look as people pause to remember the 6 million Jews and millions of others killed by Nazi Germany. Hamas's October 7th attack that began the most recent round of fighting between the two sides marked the deadliest day for Jewish people since the Holocaust. The Anti-Defamation League says Holocaust denial and anti-Semitism has risen since the war began more than 6 months ago. Locally, here in the Spokane area at Temple Beth Shalom, we'll be holding a remembrance event. That'll be tonight at 7 o'clock. All right, we're going to take a pause on the day's news. It is just 2 minutes past noon right now, and we're going to talk about the weather on this Monday. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick, one of the thousands of Bloomsday finishers. He's outside on a much nicer day than it was at least yesterday morning, Thomas.
Yeah, Laura, I don't feel the need to run 7.5 miles just to stay warm. I'll tell you what, it wasn't bad for the runners. I think the walkers were a little bit colder, and certainly everybody cheering on the sidelines. Our KREM 2 team included, certainly a bit chilly out there yesterday, but the sunshine is out and it is warming us up quickly, but it's that sunshine that energizes the atmosphere and has now produced a few of these pop-up scattered showers. In fact, there's a few of these dark clouds just off to my east. So let's look off to the east from Spokane. There are quite a few showers. These cells would drop some more heavy/moderate rainfall. Looks like it's directly over Hayden and just outside of Rathdrum at the moment, this north of the Coeur d'Alene city center. But that is how close it is as these showers will start to develop and become a bit more numerous. In fact, it looks like some of these darker clouds starting to build overhead Spokane County, at least from my vantage point here. But we're up to 57 in Spokane, already kind of besting the original forecast for today, but still 48 in Coeur d'Alene with that cloud cover, just holding you a little bit colder for now. So coming up, I'm going to detail just kind of the showers for the rest of the day today, but we have this to look forward to, a very warm weekend ahead. Last weekend, 40s yesterday. This upcoming weekend, how does 80s sound? We'll cover that again and your showers for today, all coming up.
So let's talk political news now. Another candidate is joining the race for Washington's 4th congressional district. Tiffany Smiley announcing this morning that she is running for the seat. Smiley, who is a Republican, previously ran for Patty Murray's congressional seat in 2022, however, lost at that time. Washington's 4th district covers both Grant and Okanagan counties. The congressional seat is currently held by Republican Dan Newhouse. He also announced today that he is officially filed to run for re-election. Republican Jaron Sessler is also running for the position. The race is grabbing some national attention. In 2021, Newhouse voted to impeach former President Donald Trump. Sessler was recently endorsed, however, by the former president. Also happening today, early voting is underway in most Idaho counties for the state's upcoming May primary election. Early voters can cast their ballots starting today through May 17th. The actual primary election day is happening on Tuesday, the 21st. And for those who want to vote by absentee, you have until May 10th to request an absentee ballot. Well, the warmer weather certainly brings more construction projects throughout the inland Northwest, and we have 2 new alerts for drivers out there. Starting today, there are 2 grind and overlay projects. The first one is on Monroe between Kiernan Avenue and Francis Avenue. Monroe will be reduced to 1 lane in both directions for the work, so we do want to give you a heads up there. And then talking about this second project is on Magnesium Road between Division Street and Nevada. Magnesium will also have lane closures for the road work. This is all expected to wrap up by May 16th. We'll keep you updated on that. Also today, the city of Spokane will begin swapping out some of its current parking meters for newer ones. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones explaining why the city is making the change.
Well, city officials say the change is being made to improve customer experience. So right now, if you're driving downtown and looking for a space to park, if you find street parking, this is what you're going to be using. It's those dual space meters, but as of today, that will officially change. The city is replacing 200 of these dual space meters with 400 single space meters. So city officials believe that moving to single space meters in the core of downtown will streamline the current parking space reservation process. During the replacement period, on blocks with active installation, parking customers will not be subjected to tickets for lack of payment, but all other parking rules still apply. As for the dual space meters, those will be relocated and installed in outlying areas of the city to be determined. The whole process is expected to last about 2 weeks, and a second round of swap outs is expected to take place a bit later this year. But for now, reporting here in downtown Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.